Alright, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Welcome. At least, should be welcome, right? Let's wait for the stream to catch up, as I always do, right at the beginning. Excellent, everything looks good. Volume levels should hopefully be good. This game is rather loud. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome. For those who do not know, I am KageKaze, and this is, well, I don't know what this is. This is a random game. Picking a random game from my backlog that I've been wanting to play, and this one actually I just purchased recently because it was on sale. Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. I saw this back when it was in production and thought it looked pretty neat. Kind of like the idea of the combat. I just never got around to purchasing it. And then, of course, it met with kind of a poor showing. Its review supposedly polarized, either really good or really bad. I don't know. I've been enjoying a little bit of it. I've only played a tiny bit. I'm going to start over for today. Just decided I would share the journey, going through, like I said, just kind of going through the backlog, doing kind of a playthrough, expressing my thoughts as I go through, kind of keeping this one more casual. That's kind of why I'm not doing just a full-blown video series on it. Might still find its way up on YouTube. So yeah, Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. So, first thoughts when bringing this up is, my god, this is a terrible console port. At least from the menus, options, things like that. It was not very user-friendly. At least it does allow mouse controls, but, I mean, when you've got a menu like this, oh, it makes me shudder. Think of it. Going through these different tabs by cycling these arrows. Yeah. So, options. I've turned it way down because it was exceptionally loud. I think... See, it doesn't show volume. Let me move this over to the other screen real quick so I can get a feel for it. Yeah, so the music is still coming up a good amount, so I'm wondering when things get hot and heavy if it will be difficult to hear. We'll have to see. But these are your options. Subtitles, effect, music, dialogue, resolution. This doesn't, oddly enough, show up when you're in the game. Like, the resolution option went away, and... yeah, VSync, full screen, and resolution. That is all I have here. That is all this is. And you can't change resolution once you're in the game. At least that's what it seems to me. Alright, so at least we do have some graphics options. Shader complexity, post-processing, texture quality. Yeah. Fairly standard options here, though not a lot of stuff you can break it down into. Controls, well, invert camera. Sprint mode is hold or press. And cameras. And there's controls. So you do have rebindable controls. Which is good. I don't know what everything is yet. But when you get into the game, you'll kind of see that even with rebindable controls, some of these control options are not the greatest. It's clunky maneuvering through certain interfaces, and it's sad, but thankfully that hasn't taken away from my enjoyment of most of it that I've played so far. It does have an online EA account. It does ask you, do you want to share information about your usage of the game? I turned that off because unfortunately it's honestly looking like there will never be another one of these games. It's just sad. Apparently this was supposed to be a prelude to an MMORPG in the Amalur Kingdom or Amalur world. You know, that would have been kind of cool, I think, but it's unfortunate. It did not survive. So yes, I'm not going to share usage information for that, and honestly, to heck with EA, whatever. I'll play the game anyway. Autosave, you can hide your helmet, which is kind of neat, so they do give you a little bit of an MMO option there, but I like it. Yeah, kind of bare bones, and just, like I said, kind of, you can even tell from here, kind of clunky. But whatever. That is the options. It does come with a manual. Animated manual, too, no less. Wow. Okay. So this is what you would expect to be in a manual, I suppose. The only thing that disappointed me about this is that it didn't really go over controls. I had to go into the rebinding of the keys to really see what my keys did. I mean, the game tries to tell you as you go through in the tutorial area, but it doesn't go through everything. Like, what I really wanted to find was a camera lock, because when I get in, you'll kind of see the camera kind of has a very high sensitivity, but I don't want to turn it down. And part of that's because I think of the analog stick controls and whatnot. I'm kind of afraid to turn it down because I kind of like the way it turns when I'm exploring, but I don't like how fast it turns when I'm in combat. I kind of wish I had an option to switch between two different movement speeds on the camera, and I don't have that. Unfortunate, but again, nothing that's really taken away from the experience thus far. So I'll start a new game, I think, and recreate the character I did. I'm going to go ahead and do this on hard. We'll give that a shot.
From the beginning, we were wrong, and only now, well into the second decade of the conflict, have we begun to understand the mistakes we have made. We lived in harmony among the Fae, in a world awakened to new magic. Perhaps we should have foreseen what might be born on this rising tide. What force might awaken. A force powerful enough to twist even the eternal and the mutable Fae folk. But Gadflow, the new king of the Winter Court, surprised us all. Singular among his people, he was all that other Fae were not. Aggressive, ambitious, visionary. He had power like none we had ever seen. Terrible and deadly. Gadflow and his followers, the Tuatha Deon, believed that a new god was to be born in the east, beneath Gadflow's crystalline fortress of Amathen. In the name of that god, they marched to war against the young races of Amalur. Against a mortal army, no matter the power of their god, we might have been victorious, but the Fae are creatures of magic, not bound by the laws of life and death. Each Tuatha fallen on the battlefield would soon rise again, for the Fae do not know death as we do. How could we stand against such a force? For 10 years the war raged. For 10 years the armies of Men and Alpha fought and died. But as our numbers dwindled, we knew that it was only a matter of time. Our fate had been written. At least, that is what we believed. Until you died.
What do you think this one is then? Alpha, Gorani? Could even be a Jotun. Always a surprise, eh, Garan?
Eyes on the job, boy. Don't matter what it is. Dead's dead. And be thankful for that. All we've seen. Go on and pull back the sheet, though. It'll need to be in our report, one way or the other.
So one thing this game kind of reminds me of, especially when you go through this, is kind of Elder Scrolls. I think it does have kind of an Elder Scrolls appeal to it, although I kind of like the fact that it's more of a spectacle type fighter than the first person view and whatnot. You do have full control over being male or female, and you have full races with different racial bonuses. Persuasion, blacksmithing, and alchemy. Here, lockpicking, detect hidden, mercantile. Sagecraft, Alchemy and Dispelling, and Persuasion, Sagecraft, and Stealth. I'm going to do kind of the sneaky, stabby route, but I'll be a thief with a heart of gold. I don't plan on being evil, but I still want to do the sneaky, stabby route and see how it goes. So I'm going to be the Dokelfar. Give this race a shot here. So from there, you get to choose a patron deity, which is kind of neat. So we have the Goddess of Wisdom and Art, which gives me mana. We have the Goddess of Love and Beauty, which is health and critical hit chance. Death, which is critical hit chance and critical hit damage. Fate, mana and mana regen. Mischief for poison damage and poison resistance. So, and you can even go none. You can completely be atheist if you want, which gives you a bonus to experience. It's kind of neat. I like the fact that if you choose not to be a religion, you level up faster. Yeah, it's interesting. It works. I guess it's because you have to experience life because you're not religious, right? I don't know. I guess it works. So the choice here is pretty much between death and mischief for me. I don't think the health bonus for being... I'm going to go for speed, so... Critical hit and critical damage or poison damage and poison resistance. I think I'm going to go for the crit stuff. I mean, mischief sounds kind of neat, but... Not knowing what kind of poison skills there are, I'm going to go with death. I'm going to do that. Different presets for your character. Thankfully, you can modify it. It's... I don't know. I guess they want to give you presets so you can say, hey, I might want to be this kind of character or whatever. Good news is you have all sorts of options for your character, much like you would from any one of these games. It even... I mean, honestly, it reminds me a little bit... I haven't played much of Elder Scrolls. It reminds me a little of that, but it also reminds me a little bit of BioWare games and Mass Effect and things like that, or Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, because it's got kind of the same conversation wheel at the bottom. So very much like that. I gotta recreate my character now. I didn't even think of that. How am I gonna do this? Yeah, so lots of options. Tone, color, all that. I'm trying to remember what my eyes were. I think I kept those. I think I did actually go with red. I mean, and even eyeshadow color. Oh, it's pretty crazy, the options you have. Darkness. Turn that down just a little bit. Lipstick color even. I'm just going to leave that alone, I think. Leave that around here. Turn down the intensity, maybe. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, hair options. Standard fare. Lots of different presets here. I'll just go ahead and I can show them off real quick. This interface is so clunky. Like if I click here or here... Okay, wait. If I click here, nothing happens. Why is that? I have to click there. But if I click here, I can instantly go where I want. I can try and slide it, but it doesn't always respond to the clicks. I honestly think that W, S, A, and D, like, yeah, you move up with W, down with S. The arrow keys control the model rotation, so yeah, there's that. So it's supposed to simulate, I think, the left and right sticks in that regard, so whatever. I'll just go ahead and go through these real fast. Long hair, straightish, short. A decent amount of options, I think. I end up going with this one, I think. Hair color. And eyebrow color. I think, where did I have it? I had it more towards blonde. There we go. Not bad. Alright, accessories. Lots of different jewelry options. Let's kind of move this around here. Nose piercings, piercings on the eyes, lips, ears, everything. You can kind of see the moving around there. I'm just going to go without it. I usually prefer no accessories like that. And I will get a tattoo. I don't normally do this, but I liked this one a bit. And I didn't go with a color. I went dark. But you can see you can do all sorts of colors, all sorts of options there. I mean, you can really make some interesting characters from this. It's nice to see. All right, turn that down just a bit. That's it. We'll do that. Confirm.
Looks like one of the dock file women. Held up pretty good too. All right then. Make sure it goes into the report. You know he'll want all the details.
Amazing how well the body held up. Better than I've seen.
I'm just glad it's not moving. Must have been born under a lucky star, this one.
Anything else we need?
Unless you'd like to name her, I think we're done. Put her with the others.
And of course, it gives you a name. Of course, unless you like to name her, and of course he does. Obviously, not that you'll ever use that name. Now, before I continue, I kind of wanted to point out something too that annoys me about games like this. I wish they wouldn't do this, but it was in an earlier era in the console, you know, when it came out on console. But the opening cinematic is rendered in a lower resolution. I don't know if you can notice it because the stream's resolution is downscaled to 720. But the opening video is like a 720 video on a 1080. But the game is rendered in 1080, and you can kind of notice immediately when you go from that opening cinematic and you go into the game. Like when you start when the camera comes from under the cart, you instantly notice the difference in how much more sharp everything is. So you know, it's kind of doesn't look that great at first because of that, and then you get into the game and it looks much better, which is kind of nice. All right, so we're just going to let it choose the default name.
Well, that's it for you then. Better luck next time.
Ugh, that's just rancid and wretched. Alright, so here we go. Move with W, S, A, or D. You can kind of see, you move pretty quick as a default. So, and the camera, yeah, you can see I kind of move the camera a little bit and it moves around. I kind of like the fact that it moves around quickly when I'm moving and like kind of exploring like this, but when it gets into combat, it can be a little bit jarring. I might actually turn that Can I turn that sensitivity down? Hold on, let's go in here. Audio, resolution, graphics, controls. Yes, let's turn that down a bit. Do that. Alright, now one other thing I want to check on here is volume levels. So I'm going to just really quick pull that up on my end so I can just make sure nothing is off here. Audio, resolution. Okay, no, that didn't sound too bad. Although game volume compared to my volume, I'm not sure. Let me put this over here real quick and we'll double check that. I'm trying to make sure everything is looking good. Oh, hello. Almost fell off. Nice. Okay. Excellent. Let's go ahead and bring this back over here so that's not in the way in case the chat is actually utilized. Alright, so once again, kind of going into the options menu. Very clunky console-esque in system, and you'll see it as I get into things here. Like, for example, the quest log telling me about all my quests. I can press enter to clear this dialogue. I can't click it. Can't click it. Can't right-click. Can I hit escape? No, I can't even hit escape. I have to hit enter. Literally enter to continue. Alright. Oh, well, whatever. That's okay. The interface can be clunky as long as everything else is good. Let's test the camera here. Oh yeah, that's a little bit better. Turning it down by about half. I think that'll be better. It still might be a little quick for combat, but it's right around where I would like it for moving around and exploring. So moving around, spacebar is dodge, shift is block. Alright, and everything else hasn't been unlocked yet. Okay, so we'll move forward. Secrecy is still important in our work, requiring specialized disposal of our unfortunate failures. Piling remains has become a concern in the lower caverns, so an incinerator has been added to deal with the wastes. This should make disposal work slightly less horrible, although you should avoid drinking water from downstream of the ash dumps. Hardly a fitting rest for the poor things, but if it's any consolation, these weren't their original bodies in the first place. Alright, I can take it or just leave it. Honestly, I don't know if it matters. I'm just going to take it, because I'm a thief. Why the hell not? I'm taking it. Alright, so we do have some side areas here already, and we can see there's a skeleton. I can loot that, get 15 gold. Excellent. Whether or not that's a large amount for this area, I have no idea, but it's 15 gold, and I'm not going to snub my nose at it. Not at all. Oh, this poor guy. Look at this poor guy. Goodbye. It was nice knowing you. Alright. Alright, rusty sword. Here we go. Take sword. Is there any buttons I can push? Okay, I can use the W and S keys, or I can click on it. Rusty sword. Take all. You've acquired a new item. To see your items, press escape. Okay, go to inventory. I can go into items if I so desire. There's the disposal note. But what's the downside of this is the moment you mouse over something, now I only have one item so you won't see it, is that the moment you mouse over something and it highlights it, there it goes, actually, there we go. It gets rid of the star. And I've noticed this, it's been a slight problem when I find a whole bunch of equipment at once. Because if I'm scrolling through the list and I do this number, it will go over everything, and anything it highlights that had a star loses the star. So it's kind of hard to tell what was new. It's annoying. Lots of little annoyances, but that's okay. It's okay. Alright, there we go. Nice, big, long sword, right? Rusty longsword. So they give you a starting combo with the sword. You've got a 4-hit combo. Not bad. And I even have a special move. And
Scatter, children of dust! Scatter before the might of the Tuatha!
little fight sequence that goes on here back and forth. I think it repeats itself. So you can kind of watch it go a bit. He just flips on him. It's kind of cool. Flip! I don't think there's ever a victor, but what else? I have a combo kind of thing, and it reminds me of almost Dynasty Warriors-esque. I don't have a charge button, but I do have. You can pause. I guess that's more Devil May Cry-ish, because if you pause, attack, then pause, and then you get this upwards attack. Doesn't matter where it is in the combo; it'll do the same thing. Box breaking. Box breaking is always fun. Always cool. It's the preferred way of getting loot. Especially to Diablo players like myself. Why, hello! Alright, knock it into the air, follow up. Pretty simple combat for my first creatures to kill. You can come over here.
Stay away!
Yay, they survived and got away, and lived to survive another day. Now it's time for me to do the same. Barrels and shaking. Not too much so far. This is a really nice starting area because it is going to give me a little bit of everything to try out each different style of combat, casting, all of that. It's going to be nice. So we come over here.
Up there, please help me. Please.
Okay, jump by hitting F.
Come
Okay.
out, little more mortal scum.
Aha! I got behind you. Take that. Now, once again, there is no, as far as I can tell, there's no, like, camera lock. So you kind of have to keep your eyes on the area around you by using the camera. Treasure sack. Yeah, warring leggings. Take that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Why, if you hadn't come along, wait. I've seen you before. On the slab. You were dead. It worked. By the tome, it worked. You're alive.
Yes, what happened?
You died. I don't know how or even where. But your body was remade in the Well of Souls, and somehow it worked. The well restored your soul to your body, and it worked. We must get you to Professor Hughes right away. He'll have questions for you.
Alright, who's Hughes? Some questions. Alright, who are these attackers?
You don't know? Perhaps the process damaged your memory. They are the Tuatha Deon, the enemies of all the young races. We've never seen them this far inland, not even during the invasion. I don't know why they are here. Hughes may have the answer to that as well. You must stay alive and reach him.
Alright. Who is Hughes?
Professor Formerus Hughes. The Well of Souls is his life's work. The Tuatha are coming into the lower levels. If we hurry, we should be able to beat them to the top. Take these. They'll help keep you safe long enough to get to Hughes. Now, let's get going!
Now, I'm not sure if this little icon on the right is going to mean anything ultimately. Apparently it worked. Apparently, it did work. It worked! You are alive! Of course it worked. Well, the Well of Souls
is just ahead. You'll see. And it works. It restored you to life. There will be plenty of time to explain later. We've got to get going.
We've established that it works, apparently.
I wish I could tell you more. You showed no signs of life when we removed your new body from the well's waters. We just put it in the furnace room with the others. We would have never done that if we knew.
Right. Thank you. Nice to know you wouldn't have dumped me so mercilessly if you knew I was alive. Yes.
Oh my. You don't know? Perhaps the process damaged your memory. They are the Tuatha Deon, the enemy of all the young races. We've never seen them this far inland. Not even during the invasion. I don't know why they're here. He'll be in his study on the ground floor of the tower. At least, I hope he's there. And safe.
Well, yes, of course. It's good to hope that. Alright, goodbye.
Let me get this door, and we can be on our way.
Alright, so I've got weapons and armor. So yes, we can already see right away that the armor is going to be very different. I like, and again, it kind of reminds me a little bit of, and there's that issue I was just talking about. I've got this new item, I moused over it because I was going through the list, and it took the star away. So now I don't know, hey, what's new? Shame, though. So it's a minor issue, but we can see that there is some nice differences in armor here. With this, well, I've got ragged leggings. Going into worn leggings, and I get critical hit damage. So that's kind of the leather gear. It's meant for attacking, which is nice. And I'll get a little bit of everything, and I like that I can wear a little bit of everything. I don't have to specialize in it. I can wear heavy armor, light armor, whatever I want to. So again, kind of, it made me think of Elder Scrolls-ish when I saw that, so that's pretty cool. Going back. Alright, let me go out of here.
Right this way.
Breaking box this time.
Go first.
Yeah, if anyone is getting lagging issues or anything like that, do allow me to know. Do tell me. I might take a look at it. So far on my end, it looks okay, so I don't know if there's any individual issues. Kind of looking at it right now. Alright. What do we got here? Treasure sack. Alright, battered armor, take that. And a treasure chest. Let's open that. Old boots, take those. Alright. Alright, so... Okay, now it's giving me the pop-up. Alright, you can equip items. Yes, I know how this works already. Thank you. So yeah, new items. But once again, the stars go away the moment they get moused over, which is just really annoying. If I find multiple pieces of gear, I need to know which ones are new. Like, make me click on it, I suppose. I don't know. I just have to remember. It's fine. Alright, so I got some armor to replace my rags with. Great, I don't have a big gaping hole in my chest anymore. And I've got some boots. There we go, I'm looking halfway respectable. I, might be a reasonable adventurer now. Alright, let's go ahead and I'm going to replace that game. Just completely replace that one. Here we go.
This is what they're after. Our greatest invention, the Well of Souls. Imagine an end to war, an end to death.
Well, that seemed unnecessary. Oh, that poor guy. That poor guy. Everywhere. It's all over him. I've kind of liked the atmosphere and presentation so far, and like I've gone through the whole introduction area here and rather enjoyed it, so I'm looking forward to getting further, trying out more of it. Alright, so we're going to start getting some more weapons. It allows me, and this is
Storerooms. See if you can find anything useful.
one of the nice things. It's basically going to give me a little bit of everything to try out. We're going to start off, it's going to give me, I think it's like a shield here. It might even start giving me some of the heavy armor here to try out as well. Let's see that here. Treasure chest, yep, some greaves. So you can see that I can equip them even though I'm using leather armor at the moment. There we go, flimsy greaves. And we can see we get an armor rating in the upper right, so from 3 to 5, so it is more armor. Difference being the boots give me critical hit damage, and the greaves give me melee block efficiency. Which is great! I just need to get the shield. We'll go get that. We'll go ahead and wear that. There we go. Standard metal greaves. Doesn't seem to affect my ability to dodge just yet. I think later on some specializations will start changing that up. Torn gloves, gold coins, lockpicks, healing potions. Excellent. Alright, let's go ahead and put that in here. Torn gloves. Oh, that's leather gloves. Okay, well, critical hit damage. I'll still wear the greaves. Consumables. Alright, so it doesn't seem to tell you that you have a radial menu here. At least a pop-up didn't seem to come up for it, but I can right-click. I can just use it if I want, but I can map it to a radial thing here. And then it gives me a little pop-up that says, hey, there's an item radial. It allows you to quickly access consumables. Alright, well, whatever. Again, these are minor gripes. I mean, I've still played it. I've kind of enjoyed it. It's just, it's really, I really wish they would kind of make some of these things at least either more accessible on a PC when they port it over, or at least even on the console, you might want to explain what some of these things are as you go forward. I don't know. There is a manual, but like I said, it didn't really give controls. I had to look at key bindings to really figure that out. Oh well. Radial menu, I can just click to assign it wherever I want it to. That's fine. Let me just close that out. If I want to use the radial menu, it's just tab. I hit tab, it looks like it pauses the game, and then I can pick it. So it's not a quick slot, really. It is a pause slot, but that's okay. It allows me to very quickly get to inventory items without having to go into the clunky inventory menu. I'm all for that. Alright. Breaking boxes. Okay, before I go there, let's go over here. There's a few other chests, I think. No, I was wrong. Alright, here we go. Crude kite shield. Scroll down, there it is. Crude iron shield. It blocks 6 damage, has 11 defense on it. I like when I equip it too. It just kind of gives you a quick showing of what the item is.
Wait! Do you hear something? More Tuatha!
Alright, I think it tells me here in a moment.
Die, Dusty!
No, it isn't. I don't know why. Okay, so that's shift. And of course, if you do it at just the right time, of course I'm failing at that. Let's try it again. No. Either too early or too late. I'm failing at this. Try it again. There we go. You can counterattack. Nice.
I'm going to gut you.
Aha!
You're going to need more than just that sword. That one had a bow. Get it?
You're not the boss of me. Alright, so you can just block if you want, but if you block at just the right moment, you do get the counterattack, which is a standard mechanic for some of these fighting games, and I like it. It works. It rewards skill. Certainly does. Alright, so a bow. So beautiful thing here is that you do get multiple weapons at one time. You have a primary and a secondary, and it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be melee ranged. Like this will be melee ranged. It can be 2 melee, it can be 2 ranged, whatever you want it to be. It's fantastic. I like that. Let me play how I want to play. Okay, Q to swap between weapons. Now this is where a camera lock was really desired when I started doing this. I can go ahead and switch over. There is no camera lock, but you can see when I hit the button there is like a green targeting thing there that lets you know what you're going to hit. Now you see I can fire so many arrows at one time, then it reloads. Thankfully there is infinite ammo other than your like quiver. You know, you have to refill the quiver, but beyond that. Alright, there is a special move for this. You can hold it down.
Let's shoot them before they see us.
Very nice.
Go, go, go!
So I haven't quite gotten the hang of the ranged combat yet, but, you know, could be nice. It's interesting that I can dodge and block. I have both options available to me, so that's good. More combat options, the better. I'm missing. Thank you for just standing there. Now weapon swapping is pretty quick, I've noticed. I can usually switch back and forth very easy. Be in the middle of swinging, swap, fire, swap. Very nice. Alright, tattered documents and a lockpick, and I did get some armor. So what do we get? Armor, rusty leg plate, so more block efficiency. There we go. Some pants. Very nice. Starting to get some of that heavy armor look. Item, the tattered documents appear to be just junk, so nothing I can do with that. I don't know if there's value to these. I don't see any gold values here, so I'm hoping maybe later I can sell some of this. Not doing too bad. Have 100 and... what was that? 195 gold. You know, even in the starting area, it's kind of simplistic. I have kind of enjoyed it. I playing the combat, getting used to the combat. I mean, obviously the downside not having a automatic targeting system or some kind of way to lock on target. You know, it takes a little getting used to.
Their speed more than makes up for their size.
I just have to make sure I'm... because I don't usually play this kind of game on a PC. I tend to play these more on the console. But it plays really well on the PC if you take away the clunky UI. The clunky UI is terrible, but even with a mouse and keyboard, I feel pretty comfortable with the controls they've given me. Alright, new weapon type, daggers. I'm going to go ahead and replace my sword with these. This will be what I probably roll around with for the most part. So this is a fast weapon. I do not have a special move for this. I don't... for this set of weapons. I can only auto attack right now. Or not really auto attack, but click to attack. It's really all I can do right now with this weapon. But it's fast, very fast. Alright, rusty gauntlets, that's good. So we will now be a lot more heavy. Lots of block efficiency now, so I can go ahead and use my shield a lot easier. Shield.
More up ahead. If you can sneak up on them with your daggers, you should be able to finish them quickly and quietly.
Now this I like. So you can go into stealth mode, and with daggers, you can start one-shotting some of these guys. So this I like so far. Looking forward to stabbing more people from behind. 680 crits. Now this and the Fey Blades are two different weapons that have a backstab type technique, although the Fey Blades I don't believe are instant kill for the most part. Hey, and there we go. Complete the full armor set. So there we go. That's 10%, as opposed to everything else that's been 5%. So the main armor, the chest piece, is usually the biggest piece of defense you'll get. There we go. That looks pretty nice.
Mistake of the gods, easily corrected. Look at the mortal vermin scatter.
Nice. Of course, he knows I'm here now. No, there you go. Lockpicks, great. I was lagging a little bit there. I noticed some drop, which is a little odd. I'm not sure why. Could just be the interaction with the recording software. Hopefully it's not too bad. Alright, 15 gold. Excellent. Moving forward.
Cave blossoms only respond in the presence of magic. Perhaps there is more to you than it seems.
Hey, we get to learn to be a mage now. Alright, so number keys to equip one of your abilities, right click. So you start off with Stormbolt. It's pretty much a freebie, so I'll hit 1. You can see at the bottom, it allows you to select whatever spell or active ability you have. And then I just right click. There we go.
What are you?
You see, I can just keep using that.
Save your magic for when you need it.
Oh, you were impressed, though. Doesn't seem to do anything when you hit it with magic other than make it spin, but hey, you know, that's kind of neat. Alright, chest, what have we got? Torn robe, some coins, mana potions, serpent venom. Alright, take all. So now we're going from the heavy armor, which we just finished getting, to the robes to learn how to be a mage. So it moves kind of quickly. It doesn't spend too long with any one concept, although I think they could have probably spent a little more time with having me use some of these. But then again, the daggers were all about just using stealth and stabbing things in the back, so... But I did just complete the heavy armor set. And what's going to happen here is we're going to replace the both the chest and the leg armor with this torn robes, and this is going to give me more mana regen. So I can start playing around with the spell more often. You can see my mana there in the blue in the upper left. It'll start filling up now that I've got something equipped that will regenerate it. Alright, looking around for anything else. It's got a nice little cape in the back there, doesn't it? There you go. Flaps in the breeze. Spider. Who keeps spiders? Ugh. Take it out. Put it out of its misery. Can I, please? Damn. I got decent mana regen now. Much better now that I've got the armor than I did before. Regarding the spiders, Hughes, per your request, we finally got the spider problem under control. Claude will try to take credit for an effort cleansing with his Praetorians, but I feel he overstates his case and fails to recognize the value that my own quick thinking and scholarly work provided to the successful operation. While overseeing the spider purge, I noticed that those guards who were affected by spider venom exhibited stiffness of joints and tightening of skin, symptoms which suggest a possible solution for the internal cohesion problems of some of the well's creations. I would have studied these symptoms in more depth at the time, but the guards willfully and flagrantly disobeyed my orders to delay application of antitoxins. As such, I request that we capture some of these spiders in order to harvest their venom and for future testing. Furthermore, I trust that these insubordinate guards will be punished immediately. For my steadfast pursuit of knowledge, I require no medal nor promotion. All that I would ask is that you please reassign me off of subject disposal detail. Well, I'm going to take that, because again, I'm a thief. Thief that casts spells of magic. Hey, you know what? I will cast my magic when I want. What did I just do? Huh. Cool. Alright, charging forward. Spider webs. I never like it when there's a whole bunch of spider webs. It makes me know that the creepy crawlies are about to come out. Alright, there's a dead end over here, so let's go over here. More than likely... Yep, chests. Excellent. One hand wrap. So we're going to start getting armor replacements. Once again, we've gone to the heavy armor, so now we'll see. Yeah, we're going to get mana regen, so I'll go ahead and grab those. Decent looking robe, you know. So far, the armor, even the leather, heavy, and robes have all had a distinctive look to them. Look pretty good. So I like that. I need to get some of these onto my radial. Can I just hit tab to bring it up? Nope, I have to right click. I can't just bring up the radial. Alright. Mana, and what's the Serpent's Venom? Increases the damage you do with poison-based attacks, which I don't have any right now, but that's okay. Poison damage, 10 and 25%. So we'll just map it here in case I ever need it. Can't use it right now. Kill it! Ow. Wait. Isn't... Oh, no, it's shift. I was trying to hit control. Of course, I can always do this and dodge. There you go. There'll be more of those. Of course, now we get this. Oh, this is fun. Kind of makes me want to play a mage, but I'm dedicated to being... I'm going to be the rogue this time. Later, I will be the mage. So, new weapon. I'll go ahead and replace the daggers with this. This is the crude birch staff. This is the mage weapon. 17 damage up from 8 of the daggers, or 9 from the sword. 9 fire damage and 8 burning damage over 3. So it does have a dot component. Go ahead and put that on. This is pretty neat. I like the way this works. I thought it was going to be pure range, but it's actually a little bit mid-ranged. So if I attack, you see it kind of fires a burst of fire, but it doesn't travel out. It's just in front of me, and then the second hit fires out a bit further, and then you have a third hit that does a nice area fire damage. Very cool. I just really like that. I like the fact that it's a combo system with this staff. Now, I don't believe I have any special moves for this
It completely
one.
covered the tunnel. Maybe you can use that staff to burn a path through.
So I can quickly go in here and I can go into moves. Let's take a look what I have. So the sword, there's upheaval. That was what I was talking about, where you pause and then you hit again and you knock them into the air. Hammers, I have nothing. Great swords, nothing. Daggers, again, nothing. But I do have backstab because of stealth. Longbows have the charge. The Fey Blades only have a silent strike, much like the daggers. But as you can see in the demonstration in the upper right-hand corner, it doesn't look like it kills instantly, but it does do a lot of damage. And it looks like, yeah, the staff does not give me anything. There is a charged ability there. You can see there in the upper right. Looks pretty cool.
Not more spiders. Burn them. Burn them.
Alright, let's go ahead and stun it real quick, and then follow up with the fire damage. Nice. So what I like is it went to attack me, and I actually interrupted its attack with my own. So it's nice to know I can do that. Alright, what is this thing? Here is a spider sack. Old shoes, mana potions, bones, and skulls. Yeah, lovely. Let's just carry around bones and skulls with me all day, shall I? Right. Alright, old shoes. More mana regeneration. So there we go. I've got pretty much a whole mana or mage set going for me now. So I can just fire off and watch my mana regen pretty quickly.
Hurry, get out of here.
Lockpicks, minor healing potions. Now I could easily change out of this equipment, change to something else that I want to do.
Bastard. Wait, you're not one of them. Ansel, you're alive. And who's this? That's what I intend to find out. She came out of the well.
What? Then she better get inside to see the old man. Quick, before those twatha make another push.
This is where we part ways. Take whatever you want from this armory. We might have a few things that would fit you. Just make sure you get your shoes. We can hold off the Tuatha here.
Alright. I haven't used this option before. I kind of want to see this. I have a 95% success rate with this. I need more
I
help.
suppose these might be able to help. If the Tuatha realize what you are, you'll need them.
Oh, cool. Healing potion, sealed curtain. Okay, so that was an option to get some items. Pretty cool. I was wondering what that was. So I can convince him for that. That's cool. Alright. Where's he?
Directly ahead, in his study. Just keep going past the top of the well. He needs to see you. Right now, you're the most valuable thing in his world. I'll see you on the outside, if fate wills it.
Indeed.
Come
Alright.
on. There isn't time to waste.
Alright,
I'll
nothing
see
new
you on
there.
the outside.
I'm going to do what adventurers do best. I'm going to break every barrel and loot the area. Alright, you. Talk with me.
Scholars are soft. The twatha will find my Praetorians are a tougher breed. The scholars are soft. You're what the well spat out. I guess it could have been worse. We Praetorians are tempered in battle, like the finest steel. You're what the well spat out. I guess it could have been. You come out of the well and the twatha show up. That can't be a coincidence. You come out of the... I hope you're worth all this. We've never seen the twatha this far west.
Indeed. Alright, so I'm going to get a whole bunch of items here.
Plate armor. Nothing protects quite like layers of impervious metal.
So we get a repair kit, some gold, and of course a new chest and leggings. Now, this is in case you missed any of the previous chests that already had this. Like, already have a full set of plate. But, hey, this is like, here's all the armor. You're going to get, there's a chest with armor, the heavy armor, a chest with medium armor, and a chest with cloth. So if you missed anything, or you just want to have a set, or you just run through it and you decide, okay, I'm just going to run to the end because I've been through the tutorial area multiple times with other characters, you know, that's what you can do. Ah, Carrick, welcome, welcome. I am just playing for fun and profit. Actually fun, because obviously I don't profit from this, but hey, you know, it's fun. I've been trying out the game, playing it, figured, why the hell, let's bring the enjoyment of Kingdoms of Amalur to everybody. It's fun. It's honestly surprised me. I had a feeling it would be a good game, honestly. I saw it back when it was in development, and I just never got to play it. And things like this, just I like. I like the combat so far, and the way this works has been nice.
Leather armor
Right.
is thin, but will give you the speed to reach an enemy's boat.
Alright, there's the medium armor and daggers, and of course over here will be the heavy armor and shield.
Frees your body and mind.
Oh no, the robes, right.
That's why
Okay.
mages prefer it.
So I can choose whatever I want. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start off and do my sneaky thing. You can see that both daggers are exactly the same. 8 damage, 4 physical, 4 piercing. Just one has more durability, which is the little anvil there, 2020 or 1920. So we'll go ahead and equip that. Actually, go ahead and use the one that's already worn. That's fine. And secondary, I'll keep the bow. Armor, we will start using the leather. Where is it? Battered armor. That one here. Hey, I lost my pants. Look at that. I am pantsless. Dong, 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 dong. I have not played this at all, so I'm looking forward to it. It's, I'll probably be playing it on and off as I take a break from other things. Worn pants. Let's go ahead and equip that. There we go. Feet. Boots, there we go. Alright, it looks like I've got everything. Anything new in the consumable world? Steeled curtain, what is this? Total armor by 25%. That's pretty cool. In fact, I think I'll use that pretty soon here, just to make things a little easier. And serpent's venom again. Okay, yeah, we already did that.
I hope you're worth all this. No more.
If you can walk, you don't need my help. If you can walk, the well brought you back, huh? The rest of us aren't that lucky.
Alright, anything over here? Nope, nope, nope. The Well of Souls. It needs a sign that says the Lich King was here. Well, progress log. Experiments are now successfully recreating bodies 97.5% of the time. Any missing limbs or extra fingers are now probably how the original subject looked, rather than a magical flux on our end. However, full revivification still eludes us. Even with increased testing, products are nothing more than inert lumps of skin and bone, although the occasional spasm or twitch does allow hope of full success in the future. I know that some of you complain that we should use cadavers and skip the corpse recreation altogether, but you must know that we'd never be allowed to experiment with a subject's actual body. We may be working to recreate life, but that hardly allows us to desecrate the dead. Any further complaints can be brought to me directly. Alright, I can take it. I find it interesting, this book has a different interface from the others. Like, there were buttons I could push. Well, there still are. It's just, it's a slightly different interface. I don't understand why it is. This is the first book with this type of interface. Maybe because it's got multiple pages. So I don't understand. The UI's got challenges, but oh well, whatever. I'm a thief, so I'm going to steal it. I don't know why, but I'm going to take it. It's what I do. It's what adventurers in general do. I'm just going to turn around and take a look at that interesting reflection that happens when you're standing in front of this thing. Like I've got someone behind me. Ooh, creepy. Alright, let's go ahead and...
You've made it, and look at you. Even with all you've been through. The Tuatha, your return from the dead. Please forgive me. You must be terribly confused by all of this. I am Fomerus Hughes, and this is my laboratory at Alistar. Everything you see here is dedicated to one thing, the Well of Souls, the pursuit of immortality. And you're my first success. If we only had the time, there's so much we might learn from one another.
Alright, let's talk about my death.
I wish I could tell you more, but your death is a mystery to me as well. It seems that your memory died with your body. You see, the well is designed to capture the soul of someone recently deceased, recreating their physical form within its waters. Simple, really. Your rebirth is the first we might truly call a success. There have been others, but the results weren't quite right. I am Fomerus Hughes, Scholar of Vivification Prime Circle. We're standing above my life's work, the Well of Souls. And there's so much to learn about you, though. I imagine it's all a bit muddled. A side effect of the prismere? Shape of the basin? No. If only we had more time. The Fae are complicated. I could write 10 volumes on the effects of immortality on a pseudo-feudal court system alone. You don't know. They're called the Tuatha. They were once Fae folk of the Winter Court, but they've been twisted by their Lord Gadflow. But how could they have found us out here? We're miles away from the front lines. The war has never touched Dalentarth. And why attack the well? Too much to explain right now. The Tuatha have come to stop my work, but I don't believe they know about you. Not yet. What's important is getting you out of here safely. You're the only proof of what we've achieved here. I may not be able to save the well, but I can ensure that its only success is safe.
Alright, let's see. More questions, I believe, leads back to that whole line. Where are we?
We're in the Feylands, miles away from the front lines. I thought we were safe enough from the war, but it seems some of the Tuatha found their way here anyway.
Alright then, let's get out of here, because I'm not much of a fighter.
Yes, you're right. I've got my notes, but it's most important that you stay safe. It's just that you're... fascinating. Simply astounding. I'm not certain what's caused it, but somehow... yes, as I was saying, I'm not sure what...
Oh, spit it out.
Perhaps I should go see.
Sir! Mr. Hughes! The Tuatha have breached the lab! They're inside the...
No! We've got to get you out of here now! Quickly! Follow the path to the town of Gorhart. Find Agath. He's a friend, and he may be able to help. No matter what else, stay alive! Go!
Little ankle biters. Nice. Very nice. Now that movie looked a lot better than the opening movie. The opening movie seemed to be a pre-rendered, like 720 kind of thing. That seemed to be using the in-game stuff because it looked a lot better. Nothing. Poor guy. Poor guy indeed. Alright, nothing we can do here. This is where it's going to tell me about sprinting, I do believe, because we've got a lot of ground to cover. Yes, left control while running to sprint. As far as I can tell, there isn't a limitation on it. You just keep running. Oops. Don't want to move too quickly because... hostiles. Oh, yes. Could go in, completely decimate them with my weaponry, but no. I'm going to do what thieves and rogues in general do best. Eviscerate from behind. Now there appears to be no way to hide the body should I need to, so unfortunately this sneaking mission I'll have to do without moving corpses. Equipment is procured on site, Snake. If she'll be caught, we shall disavow any knowledge of your operations. I like that one. Alright, chest. What's in the chest? Golds and lockpick. Great. Just looking forward to getting out of here. Going into the in-depth systems. There's a lot, like, it's not unlocked yet, like the Destiny system and things like that, that I'm looking forward to trying out. Being able to pick whether you're finesse, brute, or magic, or combination of, and you get bonuses based on that too. They actually support hybrid play by giving you these cards that give you special abilities if you're a hybrid. It's pretty neat. I like it. It's a really great idea. Here we go. Alright. Ah! Ow! Aha! Come on. Come and get me. Gotcha. Yikes! Oh yeah, critical hits. Gotta love critical hits. Ow. Yeet. Nice. Barely. Spacebar. We got it. 100% XP. Hell yeah. Double experience from that. I like it. Whew. Okay, that's cool. I do like that finishing thing. Of course, they don't explain it to you until later, exactly what's going on there, but that's okay. It's part of the mystery, right? Sudden powers, surge of energy, and you just become badass? Why not? That is how these stories work. Alright, so I did get a ring. Squire's ring, +5 health. Simple band of copper. Imbued with magic. Got 2 different ring slots. See, like, this would have been nice with an interface with the armor and weapons out of another action RPG. Just saying, you know, something like out of a Diablo or Marvel or something like that, I would think, you know. But, you know, can't really complain about that too much. Again, console port. Alright, what did I get? Serpent's Venom. I already had, I believe. Venom Guard. Oh, poison damage received reduction. Well, I didn't even use my Steeled Curtain. Nor my health potion. I've got that too. Well, that went better than I thought. Excellent. Only thing is that my bow doesn't seem to be doing a lot of damage right now, so I'm hoping that'll change as I go up with it. So there we go, out of the starting little tutorial area, and there's already plenty of death. You know, a grim, bloody corpse in contrast to the bright and colorful glade that we're in. Alright, out of the darkness, zombie did call. We have leveled up. So here we go, leveling up. I have 1 point to put into any one of these stats. I have Alchemy, ability to harvest reagents from the land and combine them to create potions. Blacksmithing, to repair your arms and armor as they become worn, as well as forge new equipment. Detect Hidden enables you to find treasure caches, deadly traps, enemy ambushes, and secret doors. Dispelling grants you the ability to dispel protective magic wards without suffering harm. That's the thing I might have to look into. Lockpicking, mastery over the picking of mechanical locks, enabling you to bypass even the tightest of security. Thankfully, you don't need dispelling or lockpicking to be able to do either one of those activities. It just makes it easier if you have points in it. Mercantile, master the art of selling for more and buying less. Persuasion allows you to talk your way in and out of situations that would normally require a different solution. Sagecraft allows you to create powerful gems and fuse them into socketed equipment. And of course then there's Stealth. Sneak around undetected, granting combat bonuses when you attack unseen. So we've got these blank spaces that show up with a little mark if that's where you're at. And of course each one of these little runes is kind of a milestone. So Stealth at level 1 gives you 5% sight range on unaware NPC while in Stealth. And each point thereon is a duration of time you can remain hidden before you get noticed. And as you can see, that's what this one does. If I put a point into it, I get a 10% reduction in unaware NPC sight, which is kind of nice, but I don't think I need that. Sagecraft at this point allows me to create powerful gems using the lambent quality shards. Let's see. Persuasion's not going to give me anything other than increases my chance. I think I want to go into Detect Hidden. That's what I was planning on doing. With this milestone, enemies and other characters are displayed on the minimap. And of course, with each level, it increases the amount of gold as you explore the world, which is kind of nice. It means I shouldn't want for any of that stuff. Detect Hidden can be nice. I like the fact that it displays them on the minimap. I think I'm going to go with that. So no points available, we'll confirm that. And then now we have the skill trees. So I talked about this a bit earlier. Skill trees, you have Might, Finesse, and Sorcery. Pretty much warrior, rogue, and mage, standard archetypes. But you can go into any number of these, and equipment will have requirements for having a certain number of points in each tree, which is kind of neat. So Might is kind of the strength here. Might's bonuses is a large increase to health, small increases to mana as you go into it. I've got Brutal Weaponry, which is the charge special for the longsword, great hammer, and hammer. Longsword, greatsword, and hammer. I already have a point in longsword mastery. I can't take that out. That allowed me to use the longsword's first ability. Combination of perfect form, yeah. Hammer mastery makes you more effective with the hammer. That's just a passive. Each of these with the squares is a passive. Anything with a circle is an active ability. So over here we see we have a passive shield mastery, skillful defense. The active ability here is to snag an enemy and pull it to you. May have the opposite effect with larger enemies, which that sounds kind of cool. I'd kind of like that idea of being able to zip towards an enemy if he's pretty large. Looking at these sorcery bonuses that you start off with, you get 1 point here in the Stormbolt. That's the one skill that you start off with. That's what I've already got. That is the Burst of Electrical Energy. It can cause shocking damage, and at higher levels it can stun, which is pretty cool. The passives that I don't have anything in are this one. This is Arcane Weaponry. It allows the charge special for the staff, which I didn't have earlier, and chakrams. Scepter Mastery. Long hours of study practice enable you to wield scepters very effectively, which gives damage, basic damage with scepters, and of course Staff Mastery. Alright, so let's go into Finesse. That's where I'm going to be starting. I have 1 point in the Assassin's Art, which is allows you to deal tremendous damage from behind and stealth. You pretty much, again, you're gifted that to be able to use your sneak attacks. You can unlock new sneak attacks with daggers or fey blades that can instantly kill unaware enemies if you deal enough damage. At current level, it gives me 10% critical damage when attacking enemies that are unaware while in stealth, and it enables a sneak attack for both. Of course, we can see next level will give me 20% critical damage when attacking unaware, and 30% damage with the dagger and fey blade sneak attacks. So, very nice. I'll be grabbing this. This is my first active ability for this tree. This is a Shadow Flare. Burst of shadow magic to wound and stagger enemies in an arc before you. press the button again to throw a volley of shadow blades, dealing piercing and bleeding damage. We can see that the first attack is a staggering attack in 4 meters in front of you. It does 3 physical damage, so not a lot. Only 5 mana though, so it's not bad. The second attack though summons 3 blades, and the projectiles each do 20 piercing and 10 bleed over 5, which is kind of nice. Looks like it's 3 blades on both. Mana cost does go up with level. This is, if I go, it has 5 points I can put into it, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I have 2 more points available, and I think I'm going to go into some of these passives here. Alright, speaking of which, let's do that. We're going to go into this. This unlocks the charge specials for the daggers and the Fey Blades, so I definitely want that. So it gives me Shadow Strike. I hold and release the daggers to begin dashing combo that can be chained up to 5 times. Twisted Claw, hold and release the Fey Blades attack to spiral through your enemy. So it gives me a special ability for both of those weapons. It's kind of nice. Goes up to 3 levels. What's the additional levels? Next level, Shadow Strike and Twisted Claw special attacks can apply damage over time in addition to their base damage. That's kind of nice. Dagger Mastery. This doesn't have any so I might want to consider going into these because they're prereqs first. Like this one is daggers. I will be using daggers, so I'll probably want to get in that. Put 3 points so I can go into here. Do I have to max it out? This says I only need 5 points in finesse in general. Good question. Alright, this one's a passive that doesn't seem to be a prerequisite for anything else. It just gives me raw damage increases. Longbow Mastery skill at archery grants you a large bonus to damage while using a longbow. Increases the number of arrows that can be fired before reloading. That's kind of nice. I will probably want to get into that. Physical longbows, damage with longbows. Okay, max arrows increased by 1. I only have 1 point. This is tricky. I think I want to get this to add the damage over time component. I'm going to do that. What's the final level? Shadow Strike and Twisted Claw special attacks award bonus fate. Oh, that's nice. That'll be nice. Yeah, we'll go into that. I don't have fate yet, so we'll look into that a bit later. Let's see. Shadow Strike. There it is. Hold. Can be chained up to 5 times. And there's Twisted Claw. It's like Psycho Crusher from Street Fighter. Go in, Bison. Excellent. Alright, here's Shadow Flare. This is the ability I've gotten. You can see the first hit is kind of a disorient. And then you can fire off the daggers. Alright, let's go back. I'm not sure how the chaining works. I haven't gotten that to work yet. I think I need hostiles in the area for it to work. Apparently I just need to time it right. So I got that to work.
I told them we needed more guards.
I just don't know. I think it is a timing thing, though. Alright, well. This game reminds me of MMOs, though, because you have these harvesting points where you can harvest reagents. I mean, hell, the game was supposed to be a precursor to an MMO, so it makes sense, right? If it was going to have an MMO, eventually, then they would put some of those things into the single player.
Thank Matharu. Another survivor. Are there any more? I suppose that's a little bit of kindness from fate. May those still trapped inside rest peacefully. This was supposed to be a nice isolated grove. So much for that. For Morris Hughes was one of the greatest minds of our generation. The Well of Souls was a dream that was almost too good to come true. Who knows why the Tuatha hate mortals? Who knows why the Fae do half the things they do? The well was a beautiful dream, an end to death, a cure to tragedy. It would have made war pointless. It could have saved the world. We should have known it was too good to exist. Now our friends have paid the price. Stay safe. We'll be moving soon.
Another survivor? But I've never seen you in the tower. Were you one of the Professor's assistants in the downstairs projects? Did he escape with you? That sounds like him. Professor Hughes was very thoughtful. I mean, he is very thoughtful. I'm sure he found a way to get out. He must have!
Doesn't sound like he's convinced.
Alistair is remote enough that we don't get a lot of visitors. And with our research, fewer visitors means fewer questions. Oh, you mean Agav? He visits Hughes every once in a while. I never could figure out why they got along. He's friendly enough, if a bit odd. You should be able to find him in Gorhart, just down the road, past the ruins. You can't miss it. We all knew Fominus was a genius, but I'll admit, even I had my doubts about him being able to bring the dead back to life. Guess the Tuatha weren't very pleased that it worked. I just don't understand the Tuatha. I mean, most Fae aren't violent. The wild ones can be, but no more than any forest animal. But the Tuatha are some sort of cult among the Winter Fae. Before they invaded Erethel, no one could have imagined the Fae ever marching to war. Brilliant idea, the Well of Souls. Plucks dead people out of the ether, rebuilds their body, and brings them back to life. At least that's what it was supposed to do. Guess we'll never know if it worked now.
Right.
We should be safe here. At least a little longer.
Well, it works, you just have no idea who you are.
I saw you fighting there. We could have used more of you. Did they really have a troll? I don't know how the Tuatha found us, but if they had a troll, it couldn't have been an accident. Fate was kind to collapse that doorway behind you, or they would have chased us into the glade. We started building here when they found Prismere in the mines nearby. Never thought we'd see Tuatha this far out west, though.
Seems to be a common theme.
Fate weavers? Ah, charlatans. You swears by them. But I'll be damned if I trust my future to some cards. Hughes ran off, you say? I wouldn't worry too much. The old man's tougher than he looks, and he's always got a plan. They're technically a type of wild fae. Related to the fae of the summer and winter courts, actually. Dangerous enough in the wild. The Tuatha also use them in their army. I never did trust fae to begin with. Well, those Tuatha are the worst sort. They waged some sort of holy war against humans and Alpha for years now. But the front's all the way out east. What are they doing out here? How did they know about this place?
Maybe they just hate your gnomish kind now. Did you ever think of that? Did you? No, I bet you didn't. But that's okay. That's why I'm here.
Good luck out there.
To kill you. Yarr! Okay, maybe I can't kill him. Good news is, as I know through experimentation, is that you can kill innocents. You just have to push a button to toggle it.
What they're doing is far west.
I think it was H or something like that. Can I hit it? Nope. It's not active. I think I have to get to the next town or something. Either that or I can't attack them specifically. Right, across the water. Pulsing circle is my objective. Look! Wildlife! Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Wildlife! Don't get anything out of it, unfortunately. Can't really hunt. Seems pointless. Alright, plants, no reagents, black kosh. And you can swim! Isn't it fantastic? Look at this. I can swim, and of course the sprint button does work in the water. Can't go underwater. But hey, at least you can swim. Something that gets overlooked in a lot of these games. Oh my goodness, if I can't even count the number of times I got pissed because I couldn't swim in, say, a GTA game. Oh, sweet. Okay, apparently the loot is somewhat random, because last time I came here, there was not a dagger inside that pool. Awesome. So, strength and daggers. I'm going from an 8 damage to 14. So, yeah, 6 more damage. Nice. 9 physical, 5 piercing. That's a very nice increase. Yeah, it requires level 1. That's fine. Put that on. Doesn't look like there's a difference between the two. That's okay. Strength and daggers. That makes me happy. That makes me very happy. So that means the loot I'm about to find, because I know there's loot over here, might be different this time around, because I found some interesting items. I like the fact that it's a bit random. That makes each playthrough a little bit different. You can't expect what's going to happen. Now, what kind of special properties does that have? Wow, additional armor, like 16 armor. That's kind of nice. Should I wear it for now because it's got some nice stats on it? It's only 5% crit I'm giving up for more armor. I could do it for now. I'll trade out later. Now I can already see on my map that there's enemies over here, so I like that. I'm glad I went into Detect Hidden to see that. Too far, huh? Yeah, I'm just not doing a lot of damage with this bow, am I? Oh, time to switch out the daggers. Oh, let me switch to the poison bolt since I have that now. So there it is. There's the, oh. Alright. Okay, I need to dodge on that one. Whee! Okay, let's go ahead and there's the stun, and... Okay, I didn't hit it fast enough. Alright, R for health potion. I'll go ahead and do that. Stun and daggers. There we go. Repair kits. Yeah. I can get the dodging around. I just want to try out some of the stuff. And of course, I was failing at hitting the right buttons. Alright, so we've got 3 things. I believe 2 are pick locks, and 1's a chest that we have to disenchant. So it gives me a little bit of practice with different types of loot gathering, which is cool. As long as you went out of your way to kind of explore this area, you get a little bit of a taste of everything, really, which is kind of cool. So we'll go ahead and save here. So hit this one first. So lockpicking, very easy. It takes, I have 22 regular picks. Looks like there's a different one. I have a 10% chance to force it. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to pick it. Now, as far as I can tell, since I'm not using a controller, I don't know if there's like a mechanic that makes it rumble if it's in the right spot. I can only guess. I think I have to guess at where this is supposed to be. It basically has a 180-degree arc. It can go all the way to the left, it can go down all the way to the right, it doesn't go up. You can see if it does that. I have to guess where that needs to be to make the tumbler work, and the only way to do that is to kind of push D by pushing right. You can see right away I already broke the first pick. So we're going to go down here. You can see it's going across, and that's going to be... Oh, nope, that wasn't quite it. Let's move over a little bit more. There it is. Actually surprised I broke a pick right away. So white flakes, a birch staff, and some leather leggings. Excellent. Let's just go ahead and take a look at this as a secondary. This is a birch staff. This one is ice damage. That's kind of neat. I want to see what the attacks look like. Probably not going to use it, but it does more damage than my bow. I'm like really disappointed in the bow damage so far, but hopefully it'll change. Alright, so that's that. Switch to the staff. Oh, that's cool. It's kind of the same attack pattern, but it looks different with the ice. I like that. Alright, let's switch back to the longbow here. Primary is still the daggers. Armor, I did find... There it is. Leather leggings. Critical hit damage, and armor socket. Okay, cool. It is, of course, less armor than what I'm currently using because, well, that's heavy armor and it has 16, but that's okay. 11 is good. We'll go ahead and put that on, and I can fill that slot here at some point. What have I found? I've got a Sagecraft pouch. I can see what's inside here. Combine it with other shards to alter your own socketable gems. So I can make socketable gems if I go into that. For now, I can't. Alright, fine. Go ahead and do this one. There should be another lockpick. Yep, pick the lock. Okay, that failed immediately. Let's go down. Nice. Protection shard, flame guard, and repair kit. Alright. Flame guard, right? Yep. Fire damage. Alright, this one I'm going to save again, because this one, I didn't understand this the first time I did this. I think I know what it's supposed to be. I think it's like a little rhythm game, but here we have the Spell Ward chest. Difficulty is easy. I have no skill, so yeah, this will be fun. I can auto attempt. It gives me a 10% chance. Probably better than my actual attempt here, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the spell. So there we go. Bunch of runes you got to hit, and then this thing circles around. Like this here will circle around, and you kind of have to hit it as it goes over each one. So you have to press the left mouse when the cursor is above a glyph to break it. The glyphs will reseal themselves after a time. You miss, and they all reseal. Some glyphs will reseal faster than others, so you have to be careful the order you break them in. So... oh, man. I'm going to try it. I'm just not very good at this, so I hit the spell ward, and you see there it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, I got it. I actually got that one. And I got better leggings again. Now, if I would have failed, it would have just blown up in my face and done a bunch of damage, hopefully not killing me. So, ultimately, though, even when it blows up, you can still get the loot that's inside, or at least that was the experience I had. Now, with this, it looks like it's... oh, that's the one I have. What is this one comparatively? 13. So this is 11, and this is 13. That's got critical hit and armor on it, where this has an open slot. So this one is technically better, but this one is more customizable. So we'll go ahead and put this one on. Excellent. I see a green dot on my map. I wonder if that's from Detect Hidden. Alright, let's come around, see if there's anything hidden. Overturn cart. Simple bindings, novice string. This is all crafting, I'm sure. Shrine of Mitharu. Okay, a temporary buff in the world. Alright, so I can't, as far as I can tell, I can't mouse over it. I mean, there's no way to move the mouse here. So I can see the buff on the right, but I have no way of seeing what it actually is unless I go into the interface, and then I go down to status, and then I go to effects. So you have to go 3 menus deep. Hilarious. But anyway, the protection I've got is a Divine Blessing. It grants, granted by the Shrine. It gives me 0.5 health every second. So at least I have that. This is my religion here, the critical chance and damage. So that's all that is. It always pays to kind of run around and pick up all the, like here, gathering nodes. Suppose I could sell the materials if I don't ultimately shop or craft with them. Oh! He didn't care about my stun. Holy crap. But I can poison him and make him bleed. I could have always blocked.
I remember you. You're the one? How did you come back? How did you find me here? No, I had no idea anything like that would happen. The Well of Souls is bigger than one gnome's pet project. My employer pays for information about its progress. I just send the reports to make some money on the side. I never wanted anyone to get hurt.
So you believe in corporate espionage, but you don't... Okay, right.
I promise you, if I knew who it was, I'd tell you. Sharing research is one thing, but academic sabotage is a crime.
Right. Okay. I can make him pay me. I'm not going to do that, I don't think. I think I'm just going to let him get out of here. Go.
Thank you. Here, take this. It's the pay for my last report. I don't want anything to do with it. I'm going back home to Odessa.
You do that. Out of my sight. I'll take your 100 gold. I like that I can just tap the button to harvest while I'm running past. I don't have to sit there to gather. If only I could do that in most MMOs I've ever played, you know? That would be quite nice. Just walk up. Dink, dink. Alright. Wolves. Whoa, nice. Haha! Can we get it? Ah! I want to use this at full charge. Nice. Ow. Slice! Dice! Gather, brother soul blades! That's pretty neat if I can pull it off. I think I'm figuring it out. Ooh, an iron hammer. Cool. I haven't played with one of those yet. Alright, warrior weapon specializing in crushing and knocking down. Alright, let's just take a look at it real fast. Very slow. Oh man, look at that. That huge hammer. Nice! Okay, no special moves with it. Alright, so I've got some mines. That's a good dungeon to go into. I'm not going to go in there yet. I'm going to go open up the next story plot and get to town. And then I'll come back. Because this unlocks a nice special ability before I go in there.
You've come from the tower, haven't you? Name's Agarth. Maybe you can help an old Fate Weaver, eh?
Oh, maybe you can help me, as a matter of fact.
Fate Weavers look at the great tapestry of fate. The threads will tell us how a life will unfold. But knowing the future and being able to change it are two very different things.
Alright, so Hughes told me to find you.
Poor old Fomerus Hughes. He respected the way the world works. What a shame. He's probably dead by now.
Alright, what makes you think
The
that?
gods told me that the Well of Souls would work, but Hughes' success would come on the day of his death. He took it pretty well, honestly. Although we did a lot of drinking after that.
Ooh, I can ask him for help. Alright, let's give that a shot. It's 95% success.
I suppose I could spare a little help, in memory of Hughes. Or in celebration of his success. Whichever.
Cool. Greater health regen potion. Greater mana regen potion. Nice. Alright, so let's talk about your cards.
You really don't know much, do you? A Fate Weaver taps into the threads of fate and channels that energy through a focus. My order prefers cards. The cards are unique to each Fate Weaver, since we all see the weave differently. You're the one. Then that means... it all makes sense now. The cards this morning. I drew the Gravedigger, the Running Man, and the Beast. Prepare yourself. They're coming.
Here we go. Just look at that. Just not much damage with the bow. Okay, perform special attacks, defeat the enemies to gather threads of fate energy. Okay. That felt good.
Another victory!
Alright.
Gosling must be slain.
Okay, so my ultimate ability. When your fate meter is full, fate symbol will pulse. You can use your fate energy to enter reckoning mode. Reckoning mode greatly increases your speed and attack power. Lasts until either your fate meter runs out or you fate shift an enemy. Hold X to harness the power and enter reckoning. Alright. As you defeat enemies in reckoning mode, their fates will begin to unravel. Okay, so you can't kill them off. Just need to get him close, so he'll fall over as if he was dead. Alright, now that they're all down, I can, they're near unraveling the enemy, and press F to perform a fate shift. This uses your remaining fate energy, destroys all unraveling foes, and grants additional experience bonus. So that's essentially what happened on the boss fight, so that's pretty cool. You basically unraveled the boss, and then I got double the experience from fighting him, and that's going to do what I'm going to do here. If I push the right button. Last time it was spacebar. I've seen it be left mouse, right mouse, and spacebar so far. Let's see what it is now. Spacebar, 50, 75, 100%. Excellent. Kills him, and then they just kind of boom, and tons of experience my way. Nice.
What? How? What are you? The threads of fate. I've seen them before, but I've never seen anyone manipulate them like that. You just changed how the world was supposed to work. How did you do that?
I just did. You know, I'm a roguey rogue. I kill things. I just did it.
Fate is the will of the gods. No mortal should be able to change it. How is that even possible? Come here. I'm going to do a reading. You might be able to change the threads, but fate will still have a plan for you. I promise not to tell you if I see your death.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Be creepy like that. Do you always see death?
It's a gift. Some people paint landscapes. Other people write poetry. I peer into the weave of fate's tapestry and see people's deaths.
All right. You know what? Fate's not for me. I'm a thief. I make my own fate.
Don't worry. It's quick, it doesn't hurt, and there's no charge. And after what I've seen, I'm not letting you out of my sight until I have an answer.
Stalker. I don't believe in fate.
That's fine, but you don't have to. But I can see that you're nervous. Relax. This is what fate weavers do.
Oh yeah, that wasn't
I'll be
creepy.
seeing your thread in the weave of fate. Who you are, what you've done, where your path takes you. Or at least, I should be. You're real, right? I swear I haven't had that much.
I swear, Ossifer, I haven't had that much to drink.
I am. But still, I've never seen someone whose fate was just missing. Not even when I was drunk as the king of ballads. This doesn't make sense. All mortal creatures have a place in the pattern. You should have one too, dead or not. If this is true, and I'm not saying I believe it, then your path is yours to determine.
And here we go, the path system. This is what I like. This is kind of interesting. I like that there's something for everyone. So you've got, this is the tier 1. I'm going to go into either one of these. You start off with the fateless one. Fate is blank, formless, ready to be forged into the shape of your choosing. And of course there's one for the mage, the fighter, and the rogue. And of course if you go further into it, get 5 points in any one tree, for example, I can go into might, finesse, sorcery, which are just extended versions, like brawler goes into might, rogue into finesse, etc., etc. You can see lots of bonuses for going into them. They kind of stack on each other. So, for example, going into finesse here, you can go to scout, ranged attack damage, damage resistance while dodging, and piercing damage. Get the same thing. The next one is just a little bit more range, more resistance, more piercing, but also adds chance for critical hit. And it keeps building and building. Here we have evasion, chance to avoid hits. And then further down, assassination, guaranteed 300% critical hit after triggering evasion. So you've got that. And it just levels up. Now, apparently you can go into combinations here, like finesse and sorcery. Elemental damage and piercing damage. Dread, guaranteed to critical hit versus enemies in a panic. And blink, short range teleport, which replaces dodge. I mean, that's kind of neat. You get a whole new mechanic for going into a finesse sorcery. Poison blink, short range teleport, which poisons. So you teleport, then you get poison on the teleport. Spell cloak, that doesn't get any new abilities. Then drain mana, critical hits restore mana, so that's pretty cool. Looking at, say, might finesse. Duelist, melee and ranged attack, so you focus on both. You probably use, dagger, focuses using on probably daggers and bows, or swords and bows, or something like that. Chance to critical hit, piercing damage, damage while in stealth, so you still use your stealth. And then Blade Master, cutthroat, 15% physical damage, 1% chance to steal health and gold. Drops as 20% of damage for 5 seconds when striking fallen enemies. That's pretty cool. All sorts of different types of talents. Even one for doing all three. This one's kind of interesting because it reduces the requirements for equipment by 25%. So you become a jack of all trades because you're putting points into all three trees. It takes 2 might, 2 finesse, 2 sorcery. Since you're doing that, most equipment is going to require more than 2 at that point, I would imagine. So it reduces the equipment requirement by going into this tree. I think that's kind of cool. Then you get here +1 to all skills, total damage resistance increase, chance to critically hit. I mean, it basically gives you a little bit of everything until you get to the Universalist, which is Mastery of Arms, unlocks all weapon mastery abilities. That's pretty neat. I mean, you can basically be whatever you want to be, whatever weapon you want to use, weapons that normally don't go together, and there you are. I like it. I think it's kind of neat that they do that. I want to see if there's any near. What kind of abilities do you get for focusing specifically? Let's say, if you go Pure Might, it's attack damage, block efficiency, stun duration, chance to stun, and last stand. Automatically resurrect with 20% health, and your health drains until an enemy is killed. Wow. Haha. I've seen that mechanic before. That's kind of neat. Kill until you're killed. We already looked at Assassination on Finesse. And then Sorcery. Look at that one. Elemental damage, mana cost reduction, mana per second. Duration of all duration-based spells is increased. Ice Blink, short-range teleport with ice effect. That's cool. Echoes of Fate, chance to spawn Fate Echo ally per kill. Fate Echo ally. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I wonder exactly how that works. But I like how it replaces the dodge with a blink for mages. Speaking of which, I kind of want to see what else gets it. So I've looked at Finesse Sorcery. What does Might Sorcery get if it gets Blink? Just Blink. Regular Blink. Doesn't get anything special on it. Does get a chance to produce elemental projectiles per kill, though. Alright, well, with this, I'm going to go ahead and choose my rogue. I'm going to get my ranged attack damage, 30% damage resistance while dodging, and of course piercing damage. That's nice. I'm hoping, again, that this really helps with the bow damage that I'm going to get. So I'll go ahead and double click on that. Equips rogue, confirm.
I can see the threads around you, but they're shifting, changing so rapidly, I can't make sense of them. Normally the threads would guide my hand to the cards, and I'd use those cards to see your pattern in the weave. But it just didn't happen. They wouldn't focus. So either there's something wrong with me, and there isn't, or there's something very wrong with you.
You're terrible at
Damn
this.
it, it's the truth. At least, I think it is. The world is changing. You might be a sign of that. Or maybe the cause. I've never had a reason to doubt my own readings, but we should consult with Arden. He's not a friend, but he's got a good eye for the tapestry. I'll meet you at his home to the east. I'm going to see if I can be of any help to the wounded at the tower.
Alright.
Once I was Agarth the Unyielding, the Blade of Avgrum. I wrestled the Colossus Priestess and declined knighthood by the High King of the Fae. I was a hero of men, but that wasn't enough for me. I joined the Fate Weavers, hoping to find a way to conquer destiny itself. Turns out fate is the one thing I couldn't fight. You can find Arden's little cottage in the middle of Joven. Had to move there when he got run out of town. He's a damned good Fate Weaver. But that doesn't make you very popular. Especially not in dark days like these. We are all threads in the tapestry of fate. Measured, woven, and cut according to a great plan. Fate Weavers undertake the task of reading those threads. Our title always was a bitter lie, since we have no control over how that tapestry is woven. But you do. And when a Fate Weaver looks at your place in the weave, we see only the shapes of what you may choose to become.
Fascinating.
The Fate Weavers were once a great, unified order of sages from all the mortal races. We foretold the destinies of kings and gods. But that power takes a toll. Nobody likes bad news. And all the news in the world is getting worse. The Order splintered long ago. Now the old traditions are all but lost. And all I foretell is the fate of my beer. And I see it being empty soon.
I like that fate. Yes, let us drink to that fate and make it arrive all the sooner. Yes.
That's just it. I don't know if you've got one, but that's why we're going to see Arden. He lives in a little hut to the east in Yulven. I'll meet you there. What could this all mean?
Obi-Wan here just gets really excited when it comes to fate, doesn't he? Apparently in this world, the idea that your fate is predetermined and you can't change it is a big thing for the way these people live. Alright, sweet. Chess piece. Some gold. Hey, plant over here. Let's grab that. Didn't get anything. Anything over here? No. There's a plant here. Plant. Alright, so let's see. What kind of armor did I just get? Didn't I just pick up like some kind of leather? Huh. Flakes, okay, these are all reagents. Component case. Oh, okay, leather chest piece. It's a core component for crafting. Alright. I thought it was armor. It does have an armor value on it. 28, that's kind of neat. I'll have to get into the crafting, see how that works. Alright, from here, I came from that way, so I'm going this way. Legend of Dead Kel. Now that is one of the DLC, I believe. Dead Kel. I did get the I did get both DLC, so actually it was 3 pieces, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, iron gauntlets, don't need to worry about those. Lore stone.
Of all the songs in halls of lore, there echoes none more grand than Olaine's many feats of might, the pure and lady of the light. She is a knight of golden knot. She is the cure seeker, the conscience of the summer fae. She is the heart of spring, of day.
So these little things are interesting. Little lore stones, and as a matter of fact, if I go here... Actually, first, what was that? No. Okay. Going back into the... What was it? Status screen. You can see we have several things. I can look at my skills here once again. I can look at Twist of Fate. Apparently, at certain times, my actions can warp and twist fate of the world around me. So that's interesting. I have no idea how that'll work out. But yeah, I can look at lore stones here. And so what apparently I've found is this. The Delnarth. Olin, Cure Seeker, Humble Light. Defends and heals Vigilant Moral. So apparently I have to find 5 of these things. And then I get 8% poison resistance permanently. So these are permanent buffs that I can find in the world. Damage against melee humans, poison damage versus Fae, fire damage, melee damage, damage with the Fae blades. A lot of different buffs. I just have to find them all, and then they're, again, permanent, which is nice. I can examine the lore. Does it play? Oh, yeah.
Of all the songs in halls of lore, there echoes none more grand than Olaine's.
It's soft. I wonder if that's using the, doesn't sound like it's using the actual voice acting sound slider for some reason. Alright, back to effects. I've already lost that. What else is there? I have achievements, stats. Wow, lots of stats there. Okay. And of course the manual. What's under achievements? Reborn! That's all I've gotten. You've escaped the tower. Right. More plant gathering. Wow, I need to invest apparently in alchemy because I am not finding any reagents from any of this stuff. Jeez. Terrible. Hi there, what's up? Oh, now this one is funny. This guy apparently isn't hostile. But apparently he will kick you if you get behind him. Not just that, but if you get in front of him. But what's odd... Didn't kill him, but he's not going to retaliate. So, that amuses me. I could try and take him out, but I don't think I will. I'm amused that they actually have that in there, that he'll kick you or butt you. That's hilarious to me. Oh, they could have just left it alone, make him graze, and never do anything. Nothing. Just absolutely. I'm having bad luck with the plants right now. Alright, so fast travel. I have enabled that. So I can hit M. You can press 3 to switch from local map to the world map. Again, why it's 3? Why is it the button 3? I don't know. It doesn't tell me why it's the button 3. I just have to remember that it's that button. This interface. Still can't click on anything. I have to hit enter. So I can hit 3, and 3 gives me the world map. And I can fast travel. So now that I've found that stone candle mines, haven't gone in it yet, but I can fast travel to it. So when I'm ready to go explore it, I just click on it and we go. Looks like one of those greeting cards or something like that, doesn't it? Or postcards. Welcome to sunny Florida. Don't ever go there. So 3 apparently is this button here, but 1 is not closed, so I don't know how that exactly works.
Everyone just stand back. The warden can't work when you're crowding so close. Go back to your business. Go on.
Well, she doesn't look too comfortable, does she? Alright, well I got a plant over here. Let's grab it. No reagents,
Thankfully, the war is far from here. Don't visit the old Arathi ruin after dusk. It's guarded by the spirits of the war dead. Or so I heard. The Tuatha will get what they deserve. They say Agner Farhall is haunted. Haunted by Red Legion bandits, I say. That old ruin is the perfect hideout. If you haven't spoken to Arnek Arduna, you should. He's a friendly sort, not like most Alfar. We've buried so many in the cemetery on the hill. Someday there'll be good news to celebrate again. Someday.
Chatty, isn't he?
I hope the warden is able to heal that Fae girl. She didn't deserve to get beaten like that. No one does. Herc Adwald thinks we should hold council with the Fae. Better to invite a wolf into your home, I say. I'm ready for this damn war to be over. I'm ready for our boys and girls to come home. Dita sells potions at the inn, but they're not cheap. Sister Zelda has a point. How can the one who embraces everyone reject certain people simply because they're women? It's not right.
Poor Zelda. Where's Link?
Goreheart used to be bigger before the war. Thankfully, the war is far from here. We've buried so many in the cemetery on the hill.
Alright, now he's starting to loop. Okay.
Someday there'll be good news to celebrate again. Someday.
Yay, 3 gold. Okay, treasure chest. Ooh, lock picking. Excellent. Pick lock. Easy enough. Oh, accrued birch longbow. Okay, I don't think. Let's look just in case. It's the exact same thing, unfortunately. I need a better longbow. Supposedly 11 damage compared to my iron daggers, which is like 8. So why does it feel like I do less damage with the bow than I do with the daggers if the bow is supposed to be more? I've no idea. Alright. Unfortunately, it is getting late, and what I probably will do is I'll get this uploaded, maybe show this up on YouTube for anyone that cares to watch it, and also to give awareness to it, because I'll probably be streaming this more as I play it, you know, kind of just when I decide to hop on, put the stream on. I see no reason not to. I mean, I'm just going to play the game anyway. Try and keep it more casual. I mean, today I had a bit more commentary that I wanted to give on it, and I, you know, rather enjoy giving some commentary. But I might keep it a bit more casual, you know, so when no one's around, I might just kind of play it, and I might throw it online every now and then. We'll see how that goes, and also see if anyone's interested in knowing more about it. I mean, I know the game is kind of old, and getting into some of these older games. I play some of the newer games, I play some of the older games. I've just got a backlog of things I really want to play, and I just haven't been. And of course, Diablo has been one of the major sources of that. You know, having to do the videos there and just absolutely still enjoying Diablo. So it happens. But before I go, save. Because I like this part, and I imagine that much like Elder Scrolls before it, you can do this. Now I can attack these people if I so desire. Now, it won't let me now, but if I try to, there we go. There's the prompt. Press H when the skull icon appears to enter aggressive mode. It allows me to attack friendly targets. Why I would want to absolutely murder anyone, I don't know, but hey, sometimes you just want to be evil. Exert your power of dominance. So, thankfully, I can't accidentally kill people. Ho ho ho, but if I hit that H button, you are in aggressive mode. Warning, assaulting civilians is a crime. So be prepared for them to call the guards. Alright, so with that, I think that just means he's got full awareness of me at all times. So I can't really backstab him.
Hi.
What? Oh. Oh, I just realized I can pickpocket him if I turn H. Oh, okay. It's a timer. You hit hostile mode and it ticks down, and then during that time I have a chance to do a hostile action. And then it turns off. So here,
I need a drink.
now, it says here that I can talk to him with F. If I try to stealth, I can pickpocket him. Now, what I don't get is the red. Does that mean I'm visible? I think it does. I think there are certain people that don't see me right now. Yeah, see, that fills up. See, if I go up behind them. Alright, yeah, they're fully aware of my actions. So that guy was fully aware that I was behind him. But now... Okay, it's ticking down. I'd have to move position, I think, before... Yeah. He was aware I was there. So let's... I want to try this. I'm going to pickpocket. And then I'll kill them. Mercilessly. Because that's what I do. I don't care if he sees me. So what if he sees what I'm about to do? Pickpocket and stealing are considered crimes. Committing crimes against certain characters will summon guards to stop you. The percentage number shown under the I lets you know the odds that you'll be caught trying to steal each item. Be careful. Okay, so I have a 15% chance to be caught stealing the gold coins or the cotton headdress. I don't have any headgear. Last time I had some. Wouldn't mind some. 15% chance. Let's try it. All right, 15% chance still. Take his gold. Cool. I did it. Successfully stolen. Oh, I do wish I had a headpiece on my other character. It's kind of a shame I didn't get one this time. Oh, that was a reagent again, apparently. Oh man, component case. Yeah. Oh wow, it shows that I stole it here. That's funny. Alright, I'm gonna see what the other guy has. He is unaware of my presence. No, now he is aware. %93 chance to be detected. So I can hit that menu, and I don't have
Don't trust the monks.
to steal anything. I can at least see what she's got. Like, I can see she's got an invoice and gold coins. There's a 100% chance I'm going to be detected there.
Greetings.
But at least I can see. Like, I'm going to come up on this person. Can't do it from the front. You got to do it from the back, apparently. I have wonder... if you ever get caught looking, just deciding that you want to look, and they say, "Hey, what are you doing?" And decide to smack you down. And Karek, you say you believe there's a merchant who buys stolen goods. I can see that. So stealing items, I imagine you would have to fence them. So you'd probably not want to sell them to a normal merchant. So that's kind of cool if they've thought that through. Man, I really kind of wish they would have gotten this into an MMO. Just there's it's got some of those neat concepts. Of course, then again, I don't know if a lot of these concepts would have made it into an MMO. A lot of these are pretty much stuff that you only get in single player experiences. But let's go ahead and oh yeah. That's 2. Assault and murder.
You there! Halt!
Halt, citizen! Look at them, they're in sync over there. Dance it away, guys, dance it away. So a fine of 1,272. I don't have that kind of money. So I can't pay the fine. I could go to jail. But why would I do
Going
that?
to make trouble, are you? Die, villain!
Aha! Uh-oh, archers.
You'll pay for that.
Die, God! Oh no, you got a bow. I don't think so. Aha! Goodbye! Come on. Murder! Arson! Jaywalking. That last one's important to my character. Ow. Ow. Oh, I died. But yeah, you can just go around and slaughter people if you so desire. One day I will have to just play an evil bastard and just go through and kill everybody because I can. Or like I said, just kind of show off my dominance. It's like, hey, you know what? Town guard, all of you die. Leave the citizens alive, kill the town guard. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. Oh man. And I think I've never really played an Elder Scrolls game that far, other than like the opening areas. And I probably, I like this. I probably would like those. Whatever. Far more enjoyment out of this so far, though, than I did out of ESO. I'm just saying. But like I said, if you like Elder Scrolls Online, great. It's just not for me. Not for me. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for those who have come by and witnessed the stream. And I'll throw an upload of this. I'm not going to cut it. I'll probably just leave it up in its full duration, so it'll be a few hours long. But I'm just going to throw it up in case anyone wants to watch it. Get awareness to it and see what people think so they can follow it. So Karik, thank you very much for coming by. There were a couple other gentlemen that came by as well. Bazinga Lolkek, wow, should have came by as well and offer some insight. I don't think he's here anymore. But yeah, had a few people come by, say hello, and that's good. Helps keep company as well. So alright, I'm going to close this off now. I'm going to get the stream pulled up here. And I may do this again tomorrow? Possibly. I might. I'm enjoying this game, but I do definitely have to get some work done. I haven't prepared any videos, so I have to get those done first, I think. So, alright. Enough of the rambling. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful night.